Well, just what's this week been like? Obviously, I'm sure a lot of emotions, but just kind of how you guys handling it, and going forward, moving towards playing a game on Saturday.
Yeah, it's definitely tough losing someone like Coach Avalos. He's a great dude, and he's done a lot of great things for me personally in my life. So losing him is really hard. But Coach D's done a great job stepping up and leading this team and bringing us all close together. And we had a Sunday where we all kind of talked it out, and we had a players meeting where we just spoke open and honest, and we all just came together and bought in. And the message was 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks guaranteed together, definitely more. And it's just been to buy in these last 2 weeks and do it together and do it for each other and just build excitement within the facility for these next 2 weeks.
After Saturday night, you guys kind of got the help you need to get back in that Mountain West hunt. How much does that kind of help renew your focus on hey, finishing this season strong?
Yeah, it's great for everything to play out that way. I mean, you never know. Football is a crazy game, but we've just been dialed the whole time. We've just been preparing for the moment, believing that we're going to play in the championship no matter what, whether it's been an adverse season and it hasn't looked that way at certain points, but you never know in this conference, and our goal hasn't changed and our mindset hasn't changed either.
What have you known different? I mean, this is now your third head coach here, Riley Spencer Danielson.
Yeah.
Second time you've had it.
Yeah,
as an
right.
interim.
Yeah, yes, sir.
As far as practicing goes, what's different? Is he peeking over at the offense? What are you noticing? What's your assessment of Coach D so far?
Yeah,
head coach?
I mean, Coach D's awesome. He does a great job of getting everyone to buy in, and he's just been building excitement and joy within the facility, and not a lot has changed. I mean, the standard's the standard. It's always been that way, and Coach D knows that. He's been here forever, and the practices have shortened a little bit, but we're still being efficient. We're getting everything in that we need to, and we're dialed right now. And he's been doing a great job at the forefront of that, and he knows Boise State football and what we need to do each week to keep the brand going, and it's always been that way, and he's just continuing it.
What do you think the offense has gotten better the last few weeks?
I think just being more consistent. We have all the players we need. We have all the right play calls, all the right personnel. It's just being consistent and doing your job play by play. And if you don't do your job, bouncing back from that. And when in the past we've had certain turnovers that turn into another bad drive and some lulls throughout the games, but as we saw last week, we were consistently good even through the ups and downs. And so it's been great to see guys kind of buy in, and also there's been no drop off between positions. Late in the season, there's different guys playing in the game, and everyone's preparing the right way and doing a really good job.
From the players we talked to earlier this week, Spencer seems to be the popular choice to get the full-time gig. What is it about him that the players are able to get behind him like that?
Absolutely. I mean, his care factor is just through the roof. He gets guys just by the way he builds relationships with them and checks in on them, not only in football but off the field. He just is a loving dude and truly cares about us, and guys would run through a brick wall for him. And he's been the only coach in the 6 years that I've been here that stayed, and he's had many opportunities to leave and go to other places and chase a bigger bag, but he's been dedicated. He's a true Bronco, and we just love him so much, and he's a great leader and motivator for sure, and he does a great job schematically and all the above. So he's an awesome person. I would love to see him here too.
Is there kind of a sense, play for him the final 2 games?
I mean, absolutely, yeah. Our message has been play for each other, play for the players, play for the coaches, because at the end of the year, we don't know what's going to happen within this facility. So we just want to have no regrets and just play for each other and go out and find joy throughout the next 2 weeks.
Is it crazy how much you've been through in your 6 years here? I mean, multiple head coaches, COVID, you've been hurt, you've been healthy. I mean, as a 6-year senior, do you look back, is it crazy how much you've been through?
It is crazy, and it's definitely not the way I've envisioned it going out, but that's life. That's how it goes, and hard times build strong men, and I'm thankful and grateful for all the opportunities I've had, even the adversity situations, and they just made me stronger. And Coach Potter said it best. He said, seasons like this build you way more off the field and as a man than winning 14 games. And as that's our goal, all right, but just being able to experience what I've been through these 6 years has truly built me into a better person, and I'm excited to take that into my life after football.
You were at a very different point in time in your career the last time there was a head coaching change here, but how have you kind of leaned on that to help get you through this? And I know in a few weeks, this will be over for you, and you won't be here necessarily for the next head coach, but like, yeah, how have you leaned on that experience to kind of help everyone?
Yeah, it's definitely a tough transition, especially for young guys coming in. They don't know what their future holds, but my goal now is just to leave them in good hands. I want to leave this place better than I found it, and being at a higher leader position now than I was in the past. I just want to bring them to buy all in, and no matter what happens, just to take day by day and be present in the moment and not just look forward, because you look forward to the unknowns of the future, it's going to cause some mental health and struggles, and I definitely dealt with that back when I was younger. So being able to talk to them one-on-one, we built great relationships with all the guys, and so being able to have like grown man-to-man talks and go through it really helps out everybody.
I know this might kind of seem like a silly question, but the transfer portal's open right now. When you have a head coach that's fired, it opens. So as you give some of your teammates advice on about their futures and what they want to do and where they want to be, what would your advice be about staying here at Boise State regardless of who the next head coach might be?
Boise State is Boise State, and it's built off of the traditions and the foundation from the past and how it's been continuing to grow, and whoever comes in is going to mold into that culture. There's a built-in culture, and I would want to play for the Boise State culture. It doesn't matter who the head coach is. Whoever comes in, you're playing Boise State brand football. And I would do anything to have another year, even though going through all the ups and downs, I would do anything to stay here. And I would definitely tell them that. And I've had my thoughts in the past about staying or leaving. And when it comes down to the wire and the thick of things, I want to be here. And I know guys feel the same way. You come to the city of Boise and just fall in love with everything. And so talking to those guys, just tell them to be strong. It's hard when the future's unknown, but Boise is a special place to be, and the grass isn't always greener, and the blue grass is the best for sure.
With Talon getting all the QB1 reps this week, has that helped consistency at all, or what's that been like, kind of knowing who the quarterback is going to be going into this week?
Yeah, there hasn't been much change. I mean, him and Maddox have done an unbelievable job of both leading this offense, and I've been a part of a 2 QB system in high school, and when the two guys leading the show are bought in together, it's so smooth, and it actually works out a lot better than people think as far as the rhythm goes. But Talon's been doing a great job. He's always been a guy that will be able to step up and rise to the occasion, and he's been doing an awesome job at practice. He's speaking up as a leader. He's just doing a great job, and Mad Dog's right in his corner cheering him on, helping him out. So I'm excited to see him come out and ball out like he always has done.
How tough is that for you guys to see an injury like what you did see to Maddox?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, Mad Dog, he has another just high care factor, and he prepares and spends as much time as anyone in this facility, and it's tough to see him go down because he was a crucial part for our team, and he's just such a good dude. But he's been doing a great job coming in with a smile on his face, even though he's facing this difficult decision, and it's great for him just to be around. But it's definitely tough seeing something like that happen.
Riley, what are your plans after the season? Are you going to one of those facilities to work hard, hope to get a combine? But I mean, you going through the process of turning into a professional football player?
Yeah, for now it's definitely tough getting to that point where you're like, oh, I'm about to be a real grown up and I'm out of college. But I haven't really focused too much on that yet. I've just been focusing on, like we said, these last 2 weeks and just getting as much out of it as I can, and hopefully that turns into 3, 4, 5 weeks, whatever it is. But yeah, afterwards my plan is to just try to continue to play football as long as possible, and then figure it out, maybe possibly go into coaching or get a real man job and do commercial real estate or something like that. So I've been starting to think about that a little bit, but put it on the back burner as we go through these next couple of weeks.
Have you thought about, like John said, I mean, the Mountain West, the scoreboard was your friend last week. You guys are right back in this mix.
Yeah.
Have you thought about possibly winning the Mountain West championship, Coach Spencer Danielson holding the trophy, you, DJ next to him? I mean, it's a pretty darn good way to go out. Huh?
It would be unbelievable. And we're still keeping that mindset day in and day out that that's going to happen. I mean, we say 2 weeks, but we know that's 4 weeks in our mind. So that would be amazing. And we know how much hard work we've put in, and we've had some balls rolled the wrong way for us throughout this year, and we feel it just starting to come together and kind of go our way a little bit. And if we do get that opportunity, I know we're going to make the most out of it. We're going to be up on that stage.
Anything else?
I got one more. How's CJ Tiller done in practice? I mean, without Maddox, he's obviously has the potential to maybe even play this week. So how have you seen him kind of continue to grow and evolve as a quarterback?
Yeah, CJ's done a great job just throughout the season being prepared every single week. You know, he hasn't been able to step on the field at all yet, but he's always been dialed in on the offense, knowing exactly what he needs to do. And this week with him getting more reps, he's obviously going through growing pains as a young guy, but he does a great job of brushing it off, going on to the next play. And he's had great drives at practice, and he's just building as his character and just in his development as a quarterback. So if he goes out on the field, I have full confidence in him.
Sweet.
Thanks, Riley.
Awesome.